Welcome to Moonlight Truths Tarot. I am Mama Solily. Welcome to all of my new subscribers. It is a pleasure to have you in the house with me. We are going to pull out some cards to see what needs to be known, what you may need to know, what your higher self, your shadow self, your ego self, your masculine, your feminine, okay, your inner child may need you to know right now. Do keep in mind this is still general. This is not a personal reading. We are going to look at the light and the dark attributes, the moon and the light, the shadow, and what's exposed. Okay. I come with my faults, my flaws, my hiccups, and all my imperfections, and my interruptions too. All that jazz here in the YouTube streets. Nobody should have to tell you what to do. Okay. We're in a little bit of ambiance of light and candles. Okay. So if it's too dark for you, you can't see me. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. I, I do know what to tell you, but you may need to deal with some parts of yourself first, okay? Some of your trauma, some of your pain, some of your fears. Anywho, some of the energy that I was picking up on coming in to prepare was very schizophrenic. It was very everywhere. It was like so many infinite possibilities that it's almost like a 50-50. Like either which way you go, it's just, it doesn't matter. It seems like it feels kind of like the Two of Wands energy, where it's like whatever door you choose, whatever direction you go, it's still going to be something there for you to gain, okay, to learn. Um, whether it's successful, whether it's a little gloomy because you have to go into your shadow or your pain or the areas you may try to avoid or don't want to look at. Those hard truths, I like to call them. Anywho, everything of my rambles always have a story or something in it. There's always a jewel somewhere within, okay? Whether that jewel is specifically for you or not, leave it there. If it's not, leave it for someone else, for who it may be for. Anything else? Supreme creative source, ancient of the ancient ancestors, and the higher realms of our greatest good. What is it that, where is it at? What is it that me, we, the collective individual that is coming here, need to see, hear, or know at this time? I really kept feeling a lot of, also a lot of Chiron and Lilith energy, Black Moon Lilith energy, um, trying to rise up, trying to surface up, trying to bring some type of awareness forward. I don't know if that's going to come out here, but I do remember I had a little bit of a cross between like, what the heck is this? Like everything I touched just didn't feel right. So, anywho, Chiron's very specific. I mean, area, the wounded warrior, okay, the centurion. And the centurion energy is giving me the vibes of February the 17th that is coming, that is approaching with the fire horse, the Chinese New Year. And the centurion also is the wounded warrior. All right, Supreme. The ancestors they channel and talk through me all the time. But I had a message that I did that was coming from the uncles and the grandfather, um, ones that really enjoyed the is that why I haven't picked up the deck in a while? Uh-oh. The cowboys and the Indians and the master martial artists, Bruce Lee, John Wayne, and Baganza, whatever, old westerns and martial art flicks. The ancestors had brought in, but they was bringing in things about the world and stuff that we should be prepared for. And I was like, I don't want to do. I don't nobody. I'm having trouble with people coming and listening to my videos anyway, let alone to be bringing some of that. Anywho, I'm having a tangent. Um, I'm, I I know why the enchanted map, because of this card right here. I had this card brought me some trauma. I know you're probably like, how the hell did this card bring you some trauma? It brought me trauma, drama. Okay, the last time I used this deck, Moonlight Truths, y'all. Last time I used this deck was the day before my granddaughter died. in the home, 7 months. And is that what that is? Okay, anyways, it's story time. Moonlight truths. um where I was recording during the day, and this specific card came out on the table. And if I'm not mistaken, I was doing a Gemini message. That channel is no longer there. The archives is no longer there. Anywho, so I can't add it to the end of this. It's not there. That's Mama Solely Tarot and Beyond. Okay, but anywho, and when I was doing the message for Gemini, Sagittarius, my closet door opened up. Boom. I kept having moths all around, like these weird looking kind of moths around my door. I didn't know anything about moths. I didn't know the mythology or the symbology of the moths and the omens that were coming with the moths. So the door, and my door in the evening, the night I was doing another message, just finished doing the message, and my son just walks in my door like speechless. Just my door just opened up, speechless. But anywho, I don't know who that's for. Um, maybe that's the 50-50. I don't know. It's a life or death situation. It can figuratively, it can be literal. I don't know. This is not personal. I am not picking up personal, private energy. Okay. Anyways, I'm rambling. 8 minutes and a fucking ramble. And y'all want to know why I do not want to come and do recordings? Because I don't know how to behave. All my parts, all of who I am, don't know how to act. This is what I'm summing it up to. All of who I am, don't know how to act when they on camera. Shit. I don't know what to do with myself. My team don't want me to address the collective. They want me to deal with the individual, which would be you coming to the video. But yet, you are still part of what? The collective. Oh. So I get different pieces here and there. It's like being in a room with, or being in a cookout of gathering, and you hear the conversations of different people. That's kind of how it works for me sometimes. And that's why I seem a little airy or aloof or a little sometimes as well, along with my aspects of myself, my different characteristics and things that I also house. But anywho, okay, someone's in the kitchen to go clean. Okay. Anywho, Supreme, am I starting over? Nope. Keep going. I just heard any excuse to do you. Any excuse to do you just to try and quit. And that's been why the 50-50 energy, because it's like you want to get to certain success, you want to have certain good fortune, you want to make money, you want to have success, you want to be able to coast and be on easy street, but it's like the actions, having to take the actions towards it. So the 50-50, either I can or not. Are you or aren't you? Let's see what card this is. The goblins. That's the shadow. That's the trauma. That's that unexpected visitors, the unexpected changes. Goblins are not so friendly to me. This feels a little bit like a nightmare. Are we using those or those? Excuse me? Bring the trauma. Okay. The goblin. There's so some type of event. So we're going into an event, something that okay. Spiritual paralysis, the witch riding your back, the goblins, the something riding the witches riding the brooms, and I'm also seeing like the trolls. Let's see what this trauma, whose trauma is coming forward. What is this? So it seems like whatever this trauma is, it's setting you back. It's keeping you still. It's keeping you just out on the water, on the boat, not taking actions. So it's like there's a decision, a choice that really needs to be made. And I feel like this choice and decision is towards the boogeyman, the fears. And I feel like who I'm connecting with, this is a fear that is around something of your past, something of your trauma. Do keep in mind that your traumas may not be physically in this body, but you can have traumas that exist from past lives, that the residual energy is in your signature for you to handle, bring awareness to become enlightened, to heal, grow, and evolve. These traumas can also come from the trauma of your ancestors, your generational lineage, your bloodline. Okay. Even though I don't completely agree with all of the different bloodlines, because I feel like we all come from the main source of the DNA of the black dark matter. Anywho, all those shadows, that's because my candles. Anyways, moonlight truth reflection. Okay. Oh, 13 minutes. What do we need to see about the goblins and the fear in the past? What do we need to see? There's the Astro experience, which the between, right? The between space, sleeping, astral projection. That's what that feels like to me. What does it say? Astral experiences. Yeah. Post life review, out of body experiences, near death experience, post life review. That's kind of what this 50-50. It's like things could go this way or things could go that way. So, yeah, you can either go up the steps towards your success and your happiness, or you can stay right on the land where you are, or in the boat where you are, and not actually getting the paddle. The paddle in this case would be your feet to walk Pat and Joe, or Pat and Patty. I don't know. Take your ass up the steps. There's a choice, a decision. What does it say on the back for trauma? Disaster. The goblins, the nightmares, disaster. So it's like some of you just been having disaster after disaster after disaster and not really being able to succeed, really not able to achieve the things that you want to achieve. And I feel like it's because whatever these things or whatever happened to you, for you, I know it doesn't seem that way, but it happens to you, it's happening for you because there's something deeper for you to actually look at, okay? For you to learn within it. Maybe these disasters or these fears and things that's happened in your life is because maybe you need to overcome loss. Maybe you need to deal with levels of abandonment or betrayal. It comes in so many different ways, okay? So, yeah, disaster, Astro. Hmm. This astral experience with the goblins and what I said about the paralysis, which is usually within the dream space, it seemed. How can we say this? That's my son washing dishes. Let me check. Make sure it ain't my daughter getting into trouble. Yes, it's really making sense. Because of the how I just introduced and just came in with the deck, right? And explaining the phenomenons, the supernatural things that was happening around me, the moths, right? And how I have not touched or picked up this deck since it's been over a year, seems like not far. But it's been over a year since I've touched this deck. And right, I do desire that you can connect the pieces because I'm still all in my head, okay? But for me to come and talk about that and the door and the unexpected visitor and what actually happened with the unexpected visitor of death, the Grim Reaper, I don't know how y'all call it out here. I don't know what y'all call it out here, but the angel of death. um, I need another incense. Because you're taking too long, girl. I know. I'll do rosemary. I only got one left of rosemary. When you come to the house with Mama Soul Lily, bring your snack, your beverage, your dinner, your lunch, your brunch, okay, with you. Sometimes you might need to bring a notebook and pen. But anywho, let's go here and get that set back up. Anywho, fam, false flaws, hiccups, and all imperfections, interruptions, and irritations too. But that's why my granddaughter came forward. Yeah, my son's going to bring me some coffee. Don't judge me. Don't do that because I'm not here to judge you and what you do and how you do it. Don't judge me. Do not judge someone because of what they do with their physical. If you drink a little alcohol, you drink a little wine, you smoke cigarette, you smoke your weed, you shop too much, you overeat, you having sex with just about everybody. Don't come in here and judge me. Just don't do it. It does not change who I am. It does not change my spiritual gifts and my abilities. Anywho, that's for the judgmental bullshit that people want to bring and put in people's comments and shit. Want to ask, you smoke cigarettes? See my shadow be like, B-I-T-G-H. You know damn well you saw me with a cigarette in my hand. Why the hell you gonna ask me in my comment section, is that a cigarette? Do you smoke? Are you smoking a cigarette? Look, I'm having a tangent. Oh, I am all of me. All of my kings and all of my queens. Anyways, if I can get back to this goddamn message, I do desire that you hear and understand that this is not coincidental that I spoke about my daughter and the deck that I have not used because of fear of what happened, of the inevitable. It was going to happen anyway. The signs were just all around me. I saw the signs, but I didn't understand and know what certain signs was and why I was there. I had already felt certain things of death, but I thought it was an elder. I didn't know it was a 7-month-old baby. Anywho, you, my dear, you have been having some encounters in your sleep. You have been waking up from your sleep, some of you, with marks, bruises that you can't explain. And what I'm seeing with the Astro experience and the goblins is giving me the layers of the dimensions. When we astral travel and we're returning back through that particular veil to come back into our body, there's either something that's snagging or snatching or been doing something to you, and this is why you're waking up with these things, and it's discouraging you in your physical awakened life because it was there to design, like, oh shit, keep you from going towards your fortune, your jackpot. And I feel like the jackpot is the inner part of you in the integration in why you have come here in the first place. And one of the things is that Chiron I was speaking about, of the wounded healer, to actually become the enlightened one, to heal others. Every individual has a purpose to touch people some way in humanity, some way or another. But this particular experiences that you have been having has been setting fear in you to step in your physical forward. You may have success, you may have a good career, you may have certain things, but there's something inside of you that you fear. But how can I say, it's like you fear it, but it's something that you crave. It's something that you desire. It's something that you want to just just go and give your all. But because of the experiences of the supernatural or the astro or the goblins, the boogeymen, the moths, you're like, I don't know about that. So it keeps you from being able to reach your successes. There's also For those, if this isn't waking up with bruises and things of that nature, you're having certain encounters around you that's kind of, how can I say, you would be out and about with people, like not an extrovert, but just socializing, that these things started happening. And it's like now it created you where you kind of introverted a little bit, because some of you, I hear, it's like you feel like you're around a bunch of goons, the goons or the goblins. Come on. Your son bringing me some coffee. But you can't let go of the door? You still sleep? Sleepwalking? Ah. Signs are in everything. Sleepwalking. Okay. Some of you have been sleepwalking. Some of you haven't slept walk in a minute, and now you're sleepwalking again. Okay. And that is probably happening because there's certain past energy that is now trying to purify, purge, be acknowledged. I'm hearing, or for you to sense within your awareness, within your conscious awareness, within your knowing, within your frontal lobe, within, anything else. The fear has to change. You have to change the fear. I wish we were on live. I don't know if I, nope, it's not these cards. I guess they fell out so I could look at them. We're going here. She's having a moment, y'all. Take off my sock. Energy gets hot for me. Everybody different. I hope I didn't lose anybody. If I did, that's okay. I'm not lost. I'm perfectly fine. And I don't know, maybe this is just my style of reading. I don't know. I've been going through so many different metamorphoses, so many different changes personally. Okay. Personally within spirituality and in my integration. So I don't know how to act. That's just my damn truth. Okay. Okay. I love you. Has anybody told you they loved you today? I love you. Look, the goons and the goblins. I need to cool down. But yet I want coffee. Yes, I want coffee. I can be detoxing too. I've been detoxing, changing certain things within my eating habits and my coffee habits. It's been challenging, but I chose to make the choice. I've been tired of sitting in 50-50 energy. 50-50 energy just keeps you stuck and stagnant and never getting to your success and your goal. Those fears of what you cannot see beyond the water. I cannot cool down. I'm melting. And I'm not the Wicked Witch. I can be the Wicked Witch of the bitch. You already know what's going on in your life. You already know where fear is in you, especially when it comes to supernatural, spiritual things, communicating with the ancestors or having certain empathic abilities. Some of you have really stepped out. Some of you have really stepped out before and letting your intuition lead you. And when there were certain things that didn't pan out and you were disappointed, you were traumatized, you were broken, you were beaten, things around you was cruel. So I really don't feel like I want to go into that because you already know that. Is this message coming to an end? What are these supernatural phenomenons? What are they trying to tell you? Outside of moving, making some type of change, regardless of what choice or decision that you make, whatever door you choose, whatever part of your life, generation or past life or current that you choose, there's a choice that needs to be made because there is fear behind spiritual occurrences that keeps you stagnant from moving forward to your soul's growth and evolution. I don't see you. There's something about the light of your soul. Let's get a divine feminine goddess energy. Because the success is like just the mental, emotional, physical wellness of the self. It feels like your wealth, health type energy, your security as a holistic individual, spiritual, multi-dimensional, having the human experience. And that's been coming up a lot with spiritual disconnection, certain disconnections. But the energies, communion, offering, time, and divine wisdom. Oh, you can't see my fingers on it. That's the fine feminine. That's that mother. That's that jackpot. That's that success. That's that fortune. The spiritual gifts that you contain can bring you fortune. You have to come into communion with them. You have to come into unity with them again. You have to come back into the divine feminine principle, the darkness, the black matter of all creations without division or segregation. Communion is integration. Communion is a form of enlightenment, of awareness. Communion is togetherness. Working, yeah, that's the 50-50, the togetherness. The 50-50, bring them together, makes 100. The 100 is the success, it's the prosperity, it's the goal. So balancing your physical world so that you can really come to serve your spiritual essence or your spiritual soul. Light is what I hear. Stop sabotaging that disaster, that trauma of the disaster, right? Yep. Learning to overcome loss and fear, overcome fear, because the fear is what's creating the losses. That's not working in communion. That's not working within harmony. I've been here too long. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. And then when I go to edit, I got so many videos I went in and I don't even publish them. I don't know. I got my own issues. I want to interact with my community. I just heard somebody say, "You got the live vibes." This may be true. I don't know. I'm scared of that too, y'all. I'm scared of the lives. I tried it a few years ago. Makes me very, I don't know. And then I get disappointed because I only have like 5 or 6 or 11 people, even when I had like 600 subscribers. I never reached 1,000 out of the 2.5 years. But yeah, who is that? Down on the left hand side and the swords in the back. It's been painful. It's been long. You've been enduring. You've been enduring these things. You've been suppressing your spiritual gifts and abilities as well for some time. The lovers. That's the communion, the light and the dark, the masculine and the feminine, the physical and the spiritual unity, not being afraid, working and coming together. That's the 50-50. 50-50 equals 100, holistic, whole. Yeah, you got to bring your spirit back together. You got to let go of whatever this fear, whatever this pain, whatever those daggers, whatever that is. You got to let that go. Anything else, Supreme? Concluding message. One more round for the concluding message. Balance. The 50-50, the juggle. Just choose. What is this? I wasn't. Two major arcanas. The devil with the Two of Pentacles. That's like Tom and Jerry, the angel and the devil, on the shoulders. That's like the gimp on your back. This is two major energies, two major arcana needing to balance. It's like, okay. So for those that have been really scarred through speaking and letting your intuition lead when you were spiritually fully connected, and now the division of shame. I don't know if you can see the person laying here and then the person sitting here, divided, right? It's like the shame is the fear because of the words, because of the daggers that has been struck or spoken out against you. But in actuality, those cruel words or those daggers, those fiery darts that fly by noonday, is actually trying to get you to come into the acceptance of your darkness, the acceptance of the Ten of Swords, of the pain that you have had to experience. And some of you are still experiencing it. Some of you may not be consciously aware of it, and that's why the awareness needs to be brought forward. Okay, this is why the post-life review, and the greatest time for post-life review is coming up for Mercury retrograde. So do make sure that you take advantage of this, because it's very important for you, to help you bring the change that is needed, to bring unity and oneness into yourself, and not worry about the things or the people on the outside of you. Because the people on the outside of you, the world on the outside of you, they're going to be compassionless. They're going to be heartless. They're going to be cruel. They're going to be brutal. And it's like there's a form of acceptance that you just got to come and accept it. And this is part of the choice, because there's a part of you that really wants to unite again, that wants to experience the cosmic love story that many people say are or is a fairy tale. It's something that doesn't exist, but you create what it is that you want to exist within your life. It's still difficult, but there's still steps that you have to make. You cannot just stand at the bottom of the stairwell. You cannot just stay in the middle of the ocean on the boat and not take any initiative to move forward towards your unity for your greatest good of your soul. And this is all that I have for you. I do desire that you gain something through this crazy ramble. Okay. But I don't know. This just may be how it goes around here in the house. I don't know. Because I'm just, every day, every moon cycle, every hour can be different for me. Okay. And it can be different for you. However, thank you for sharing your space. It is always a pleasure, especially if you made it this far. But know that the devil is here to teach you, not to weigh you down. You choose to allow the devil or the things of the past that are called taboo, wrong, however you want to call it, to suppress you interfere of your success. And until then, I'm Mama Soul Lily. Lily, Lily, Soul Lily, Lily. Am I not even going to be able to say my own name? Because it's Mama Soul. For over 20 some years, it's been Mama Soul. Lily only came on because, anywho, till then.